Okay, so what's happening, Love Alchemists? This is Dr. Benjamin once again. Welcome to another session of Love Vibe Share, where every ride is a conversation, every conversation is a vibe, trying to bring us all together, one conversation at a time. So I'm sitting here with
Maggie.
And
Flo.
All right, Maggie and Flo. Sound like a R&B group.
Yes.
Take your next left onto Sullivan. All right, so Maggie and Flo. So Love Vibe Share is all about a kind of a approach to love that I kind of designed, or a model of love, based on a lot of research I've done on it. And so it's about these four elements, the four elements of our nature as human beings. And that nature is our spiritual self, our mental self, our emotional self, and our physical self. So all the questions that I'm gonna ask you are, around that. So my first question is, how do you nurture yourself spiritually, and how do you need your partner to nurture you spiritually, and how do you plan to or do nurture your partner spiritually?
Ooh, that's a deep question. Nurture myself spiritually?
Yeah. Or do you consider yourself a spiritual person?
Yes, in that I believe there's a higher power.
Right.
But how to manifest all those things is, still to be determined. But
For sure.
I believe in feeding my spirit by practicing health benefits. So whether that's like putting into my mental health or my physical health,
For sure.
eating the right things to kind of get the right energy out. That's kind of how I support myself. Partner-wise, I would say almost doing the same, encouraging them to be a best version of themselves, to apply, like, if whatever goals or aspirations that they have, try to just feed into that so that way they can flourish and be the person that they ultimately want to be.
At the next stop sign, turn
good.
right.
Do you think we're-
So you want to chime in on that or no?
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right. So
At
my
the
next
stop
question
sign,
is,
turn right onto Rock Hill Road
so
Southwest
mentally, how do
Bates
you
Road.
nurture yourself mentally? How do you want your partner to nurture you mentally, and how do you plan to nurture your partner mentally? What does that look like for you? And that could be like mental health, but also could be like things you like to learn or interests you have.
Yeah. Interests, I would say being creative. So
Okay.
working on projects that we could do together, whether that's like building, I like to build things from scratch. So
Okay.
furniture, or
Nice.
going to Barnes and Noble and enjoying a great look around in the sections.
Okay.
Just doing something that's kind of stimulating in a different way. Art. Just getting your hands involved in the process of learning is a
Right.
great way to continue to learn and also remember the things that we are learning.
Very kinesthetic.
Yeah,
So you said so basically you're a carpenter is what I'm hearing.
I think so. In another life, maybe.
Right. That's what's up. That's pretty cool. I think that people that like to work with their hands is great. I mean, I do as well. I work out a lot, but in terms of like most of the stuff that I do is more like theoretical and modeling and things of nature. So I'm always really intrigued by people that really work with their hands. And so, what do you need? Like, and this is a question I ask all my passengers. Like, if you could learn the entirety of one subject, what would it be? Like the entirety of this one thing.
Anything?
Anything
I want to be a specialist of the heart.
of the heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Like-
I mean, like literally
medically. Like, I want to know it
physiology
in
or-
and out. Physiologically. Just kind of how I learn those things, but I want to be like a master at it. That would be pretty awesome.
Okay. So like a cardiologist, or just like a person that like a psychologist that knows all about the emotions of a person?
Both. How they both would play in.
Okay, gotcha.
I feel like would be a superpower nonetheless.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
What about yourself?
In
Mine
600
would
feet,
be
your
either-
destination will be on the left.
Mine would be either learn the entirety of physics. 'Cause I was actually a physics major before, because I have a degree in, I have a PhD in language and literacy education. And so, but before that, I was actually a physics major. So I'm always like, okay, if I could learn, it'd be either physics or like my current love, which
Your
is
destination
language.
is on the left.
So yeah, but so that would be me personally. We had a kind of a short ride here, so we're already here. So we're gonna go ahead and close it out here. So this has been another edition of Love Vibe Share. everyone, thank you for